Now we're on to week 6 and this is the 16th of October. So in today's singing lesson we started to go through Good Times Are Here to Stay. This is a song that literally involves every character. It is led by Joan. Ruby's in it, Dick's in it, Lucky's in it, Mona's in it, the ensemble's in it. It's the end of Act 1, so it's a massive number. It's one of the funniest numbers in the show because it has everyone in it and it's an upbeat and fun song to sing. So I feel like this song's going to do very well in the show. Whilst we were singing through it, it's mainly Mia to start with, but there's a lot of lines in it that are given out to certain people and some of Joan's lines are given to the ensemble. So it's a lot. The song's a lot because you're literally joining to say Good Times Are Here to Stay on 1 minute, the next minute you'll be doing something else, the next minute you'll be doing something else. So it's one of those songs you really have to think about. And that's something that I need to get better at, is being able to multitask and being able to know what harmonies to do, when to do them, how to do them, how many counts you have to hold it on for. So for me, writing everything down on my score of when to do it in colours really helps me because it reminds me when to come in, what to do, when to do it. And so for me, having the score there and being able to write on it and being able to write things down that will work for you, if you know what I mean. Like if we got given something and Al, for example, had wrote down where to stop or how long to hold it on for or how to say a word, it would be harder to understand than something that you've wrote yourself. So that's what I like to do, if you get what I mean. The only thing I need to really improve on is make sure I learn everything that I've been taught as I go. Don't just turn up to the next lesson still not knowing what harmony line you're on, not knowing how to sing the harmony. So yeah, for me it's just being on top of the notes that our lecturer gives us. So yeah, then we started to block the opening scenes, which was really fun because obviously I open the show and I go straight into my first scene, which is really, really fun, being the opening to a show. I was the opening to the first show in first year as well, which was really fun. So I just love opening shows. I love giving a buzz to the audience for the start, because if the show starts in a really boring and low tone, then it just makes the show quite boring and not fun at the first second, you know what I mean? So I just need to make sure that I really over-dramatic it, I make it fun for the audience. So yeah, blocking the scenes was good. I knew my lines, I've pre-learnt them because I like going into an acting class knowing the lines so that I can perform or I can develop the character more instead of having to keep looking down at a script. The only thing I really need to improve on is making sure that I don't do everything to the other person that's on the stage with me. I need to make sure I'm doing things out to the front sometimes because I literally just say my lines like this and it just blocks the audience. I think you're probably thinking, oh, it's like she's not even talking to me at the minute, but I am, if you know what I mean. Just because I'm looking there, I kind of like block my whole emotion out, which is something I need to improve on because I do have a habit of talking to James Cookson in the scene. He's with me, so I'll just be talking to him the whole time instead of opening it out to the audience. So yeah, that's really the only thing I need to improve on in the acting. So then we had our second sing through where we went back to Good Times Are Here to Stay. I forgot to mention the first time we did Good Times Are Here to Stay, it was led by our assistant MD Louisa because the class wasn't behaving well, so our MD wasn't happy to work with us because we weren't in the right mind state. We weren't concentrating enough. So we didn't have an MD for that lesson. We only had Louisa, and Louisa did an amazing job. She's very experienced with reading sheet music, so she really helped us. For me personally, our lecturer, our MD, had every right to walk out because the class was not good at all that day. They really wasn't focused. It's just really annoying for me as a performer personally because I keep getting held back or I keep losing rehearsal time because some people can't concentrate, and that's not me digging at anyone, that's me being completely honest. But yeah, so the second time we did Good Times Are Here to Stay, we had our lecturer in the room. The class was much more productive that day. We don't know what happened that other day. We just weren't on the ball. But yeah, so having our lecturer IMD there was a lot of help. He helped us with the harmony lines if we were just a tiny bit off. But Louisa did an amazing job, and I was very happy with what she taught me and how she taught me. Yeah, really well. I really liked it. The only target for me next week is to make sure that I know the words to Good Times Here to Stay, because sometimes I'm a bit looking at my score and I'm like, what's next? What harmony line do I sing now? So I need to make sure I know that off by heart so it's performance ready. And then the next thing we did was sing through Singapore Sue, which is a song that Singapore Sue and the character of Lucky sing. So yeah, that was fine. I'm not really in Singapore Sue at all. Actually, I'm not in it at all. So there's nothing really I could improve on for that. But yeah, just make sure that I know all the words to the songs and making sure I know what harmony lines I sing and when I sing them for the next time. So yeah, that's all really.